The Forza Horizon series is one of the best examples of an open-world racing game that we have seen to date. However, since 2018, we haven't had a new installment in the series. In today's video, I wanted to go over my predictions for the next installment in the series, Forza Horizon 5. Now before I get into the video, I wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone for getting my channel to over 500 subscribers. That's incredible for me. This channel has been growing so much recently, and I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has shown support on this channel. Now, getting into Forza Horizon 5, let's start with the map first. I think that it's finally time that Forza Horizon 5 is set in Japan. This has been something that has been requested by the community for such a long time now, and I think that it's finally the time to have it set in Japan. We know that Playground Games is very vocal and they do listen to the community, and the community has been begging this for so long. I think it's finally going to happen. I think it goes without saying that Forza Horizon 5 will by far have the largest map in any Forza Horizon game. I also see the map in Forza Horizon 5 having tons of variation, not only in terrain and different landscapes, but in weather as well. Speaking of weather, one thing a lot of people didn't like, myself included, was the weather system in Forza Horizon 4. The whole seasons thing didn't really seem to work very well. The fact that 1 week it would be spring and then summer, then fall, then winter, and you couldn't choose which one you wanted to play in, kinda killed the game on some weeks, because if I logged on to Forza and it was snowing and I didn't want to drive in the snow, I had no choice. So I think that Playground Games will listen to the community on this one, and they'll go back to a more traditional weather setting. Now, in terms of the map itself, I have a feeling we're going to see a large focus on a large central city area based on probably Tokyo. In this large city, we're going to see a huge focus on nighttime and street racing activities. However, in the outskirts of the map, I have a feeling we're going to see a large focus on huge, long, sweeping roads across the countrysides, and great areas for, flat out blasting, as well as lots of these drift roads. These drift roads would also be perfect for time trials and speed traps and all the other things that the Forza Horizon games are famous for in the open world. I think we're also going to see the ability to purchase houses just like in Forza Horizon 4. However, I think this is going to be expanded on even more. Because in Forza Horizon 4, it was basically just an area where you could customize your cars. However, in Forza Horizon 5, I think that there's going to be a more expansive version of customizing your cars in this place, and maybe even customizing the house itself. Now moving on, I wanted to go over some of the things that the Xbox Series X and S will be able to show us with Forza Horizon 5. Now, I want to start off by saying I do not think Forza Horizon 5 will be available on the Xbox One. The hardware is just too old, and I don't think it will be able to run this next generation game. All of the graphical features of the Xbox Series X and S will allow us to play Forza Horizon 5 in 4K 60 on the Xbox Series X, as well as probably 1080p or 1440p 60 on the Xbox Series S. What this is going to allow is just a next-gen, completely unseen before level of graphical fidelity for the Forza series. We're also probably going to see ray tracing for the first time in a Forza game. I don't think that any of the previous Forza games have had ray tracing, but please correct me if I'm wrong. Moving on to story and progression in Forza Horizon 5. I think that because Forza Horizon 4 came out in 2018, and it's now 2021, we are going to have a much larger Forza Horizon game than we've seen before. They're going to have so much extra development time, and I think what this development time is going to lead to is a much stronger single player component than before, as well as a much stronger multiplayer aspect than before. Let's start off with the single player aspect first. I have a feeling that we're going to return to a more Forza Horizon 1 and Forza Horizon 2 theme of story, which is that you come in as a newcomer and you have to work your way up to become either Horizon boss or one of the heads up at a Horizon. This is excellent, as Forza Horizon 4 had no real sense of progression whatsoever apart from just gaining more cars. I think that was one of the largest critiques of Forza Horizon 4 was that, and I think that Playground Games is really going to listen to that. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I think this is going to lead to a much higher focus on street racing, especially at nighttime. If we have a very large city based on Tokyo, which has a more underground street racing kind of theme to it, I think that would be amazing for a Forza Horizon game. What this is also going to lead to is I think that Forza Horizon 5 is going to be a much longer game than the rest of them. You know, Forza Horizon 4, you kind of didn't really know how much progress you were making. You're just kind of doing races for the sake of doing races. So we're going to see actual rewards for our playtime and progression in Forza Horizon 5. Now let's talk about the multiplayer aspect quickly. Forza Horizon 4 definitely showed us that multiplayer is definitely the future for the Forza Horizon series. So what I'm predicting here is we're going to see a massive focus on a fun and engaging multiplayer aspect, just to go alongside with the single player aspect of the game. Now we're also going to see probably a bunch of new modes, and I think that how the Playground Games is going to spice up the multiplayer is they're going to add a lot of things that fans have been requesting for years now. Things like car soccer that we have been requesting in Forza Motorsport, they might not add in the new Forza Motorsport game, but they might be more inclined to do that in a Forza Horizon game, since it's a much more multiplayer game than Forza Motorsport. Now moving on, I wanted to talk about the release window for Forza Horizon 5. There has been lots of rumors going around that Forza Horizon 5 will release this year 2021, and that Forza Motorsport will come out the next year in 2022. However, I personally just can't see this happening. We already know that Forza Motorsport A is a thing, and B, that it is coming for the Xbox Series X and S. It's already been revealed and we already have a trailer for it. So what this means is I personally cannot see a game that we haven't seen any info on, or we don't even know that it exists yet, coming out before the game that we know things about and know that it exists. Now personally, I would love to see Forza Horizon 5 before Forza Motorsport, because the Horizon series is, in my opinion, much stronger than the Motorsport series in regards to Forza, but even with that, I just cannot see this game coming out before Forza Motorsport. What this leads me to say is that I believe Forza Horizon 5 will be coming out in 2022 if Forza Motorsport comes out in 2021. However, if Forza Motorsport comes out in 2022, I have a feeling Forza Horizon 5 could be pushed all the way to 2023. And what that may lead to is other competitors, such as the revealed Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, that could come out before Forza Horizon 5, and that might really put some pressure on Playground Game to push out the best Forza game possible in order to compete with that. So in the end, I think that Forza Motorsport will reveal in 2021 and Forza Horizon 5 will come out in 2022. So that's it for this video. I would really like to talk Forza Horizon with you guys, so please leave a comment below and I'll be sure to reply to them. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you could leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, it would be so much appreciated, and I will see you guys in the next video.